My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. Here we have the champ, the undisputed king of the arena, has never lost a match. Champion's Crown. Once per battle you may enter a stance that you are not in. So here is our stance-based character. It's got to be one. Without Watcher in the second STS, who's going to be the stance-based there? Lose all souls to choose a rare card to obtain. Yes, please. Big fan of that. Gladiator form. At the start of each of your turn, gain 1 vigor for every 3 vigor spent last turn, and then do the same for counter. Vigor just giving your next attack more damage, and counter saying when you take your next attack damage, can be blocked. Gain a riposte strike that deals that much damage. That much is, I think, the size of the counter. Yeah, that much is the size of the counter, not the size of the attack. There's also improvising. When you enter a stance, trigger its skill bonus 2 times, upgrades to it 3, and then triple strike. 2 energy to deal 6 damage and gain 2 strike echoes that cost 0 and trigger skill bonuses. Echoes exhaust after they're played as well. I'm gonna go improvising, and I think, so the skill bonuses, by the way, the 2 stances, or rather, the 2 stances that are easily accessible are Berserker and Defensive. In Berserker, when you play a skill, you gain 2 Vigor. In Defensive, when you play a skill, you gain 3 Counter. But with Improvising, I can just jump into a stance and then immediately get 3 triggers of that skill bonus. So it'll incentivize me picking up a bunch of stance-changing things. It's a good payoff card that'll help me really hone in on a deck. Execute is a finisher type card, which means it has to be played in a stance. As a finisher, it will then end that stance but give you an additional bonus. The finisher bonus for a Berserker is gaining a strength after you exit that. And then for exiting defensive, you gain 6 blocks. So that's a really good way to try and keep yourself comfortable and safe. Inspiration, enter a stance that you aren't in. Right now, I have no way to avoid taking any damage, so it seems a good idea to perhaps enter a stance. Gain a strength, and then finish off frontliner. Unfortunately, I just have to take 7 here, because there was no way of me defending myself that turn. Also, in the base deck, there are 2 copies of a way to get into a stance, the Defensive Shout and the Berserker's Shout as well, I should mention. There you go, cop 13. And anything else to finish it. Beautiful. Duplication Potion, that's really handy. Iron Fortress, 2 energy, gain 2 decks at the end of each turn, also gain 3 block. I'm pretty big fan of that one. There's also Battle Plan, enter defensive, gain 2 block and scry 2. And then Face Slap, 1 energy to deal 8 damage. It has a combo, which only triggers if you're in Berserker, and applies to vulnerable. Give me the Battle Plan. Let's, I mean, it's not a damage plan. We do need a plan for how we're actually intending to do damage as well. Oh dear. Obtain a special relic. I really, really do like upgrading a random card each hand. The only problem is it comes with a little bit of pain. So you can see up here, I'm capable of triggering the skill bonus 3 times. So I'm gonna trigger it twice and then play Berserker's Shout, which will swap my form as well as trigger it 1 last time. There's a Riposte Strike for 17. Ooh. Execute 22. Yeah, this is always going to be kind of just an annoying turn. 7, 16. So it's just... Gosh, 1 short as well. Oh, maybe I was able to use Inspiration to get into the right vigor for that turn. Moment of Truth. 0 energy, retain, draw a card, and it's a finisher as well. Flurry of Strikes says deal 6 damage. The next strike card you play this turn... Sorry, not Next strike card you play this turn. Next strike card you play is played twice. And then bring it on. Gain 6 counter, 6 block, and it's a finisher as well. Given how many stances I'm going to want to get into, I suspect I'm going to also be pretty comfortable getting out of stances commonly, so give me the moment of truth to draw into stances as well as use them. Berserker, defend, moment of truth. Oh boy. Defensive shout. I'm gonna stop there. That'll be good enough. Yeah, it'll be very good enough. Play the improvising and then execute, gaining 6 block for having done so. Inspiration now doesn't exhaust? Oh, cool. When it's upgraded, it doesn't exhaust. Of course, it's generated by the Captain's Crown, so you can't upgrade it in the middle of, or rather, upgrade it in a campsite. Yes! I was really hoping we'd get past that pain. Oh, that's so good. And then that, and now I'm fully defended, and then strike and strike. And then I've got my 15 damage for Post Strike to finish him off. Chain Lash. 0 energy, deal 3 damage. This turn, your skill bonuses are increased by 3. Upgrade on 3. It's 2 by default, upgrades to 3. That doubles the Berserker, and when it's upgraded, it doubles the defensive and more than doubles the Berserker. There's also Flash Strike. 1 energy, deal 6 damage. Defensive combo, gain 4 counter and 5 block. I'll take that Chain Lash. Execute upgrades to get 9 damage 2 times instead of 6, so it gets 6 more damage total. Improvising gets another skill bonus, which actually isn't that important. Moment of Truth draws another card. Battle Land, 2 more block and a scry. Gosh. I'm gonna use Improvising as the upgrade here, and I might even Dupe Potion it if we're in the right fight, so like Lagavulin. Meal Ticket. Whenever you enter shop, heal 15 HP. Perfect. Because it's 2 elites until I can remove this pain. I don't want to battle plan my way through 2 defense. I feel like I'm probably going to need them. It's time for a moment of truth. And then get as aggressive as I can with the remainder. No, you are kidding me. We're exactly 1 damage short of taking out the sentry of the front line. Well, look. It saves me 10 health. Gotta do it. 4 damage versus 1 damage on me? No. I don't think that 4 damage will even change when we kill. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm not defended at all, but improvising, throw Chain Lash out there, and then Berserker's Shout and Defensive Shout, and that's a huge amount of vigor and counter that we pick up off of that. Yeah, like this Repulse Strike is ready to kill someone, but actually I'll use the Execute to do that. Because it's double dipping on the Vigor. Works out a lot better. Oh yeah, it's got both of those. Moment of Truth. And that's enough counter to finish you. Had to draw the pain. Arumba's Pocket Sentry. It's always good to get these from the sentries. Every 3 turns, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Pile Driver, 2 energy, deal 10 damage, apply 2 vulnerable, 2 weak, and it's a finisher. Just the fact that it applies vulnerable and weak, I think, means that I take it. Rapid Strike, steal 4 damage 2 times, and a random strike card in hand costs 0 this turn, and then finally there's a Precise Thrust. This is the first card that we've seen that has a combo for both Berserker and Defensive. Deals 6 damage. With the Berserker combo, it deals 6 more damage. With the defensive combo, it gains 6 block. I will, however, at this point mention that there is a final stance unlisted here. and that is the Gladiator's form. No, Gladiator form is the name of the card for it. It's Gladiator stance. And Ultimate stance? It might be called Ultimate stance, actually. Anyhow, it counts as both Berserk and defensive at the same time, and anytime you exit a stance that turn, it re-enters the Ultimate stance. And of course, it will also trigger both defensive and Berserker combos at the same time. Anyway, all of that said, I'll take the first card I mentioned. Pile Driver only gets more damage. It doesn't get any vulnerable or weak. Interesting. I'll hit the Moment of Truth then. I'll use these for aggression if I need to push something. I mean, this is just unfortunate. I have to take 7 damage this turn because the enemy was doing a big hit and I did not have big defend. It happens. Ooh, you gotta love discarding the pain like that. There's your 10 damage to vulnerable and weak, and I'm not gonna split you with the Riposte Strike this turn. Berserker's Shout. Yeah, I'll just Moment of Truth instantly, actually. Inspiration sets up for Execution to kill. I got a couple of entries, but I've got 3 finishes in this deck at the moment. I don't think I want to take another one, even if it is Crooked Strike. Deals 6 damage, does not consume vigor. I'll be skipping here. Chain Lash. Berserker's Shout with a defend Moment of Truth, I think? And then I will use Inspiration to get into a stance and then still strike. I'm gonna strike, but I will be using the Fear Potion to do that strike. Couple turns worth of vulnerability matters here. Vulnerability and weak. Ooh, I do have a finisher in my next hand, so I do think Battle Plan is probably a good idea here. There's Execute, finishes them off. Warpaint, upon pick up upgrade to random skills. There's Circumvent. 1 energy to gain 6 block and draw 2 cards. You also discard 2 cards, but if you're in defensive, you don't have to discard. Precise Thrust is back, and then Skillful Dodge. 1 energy, gain 4 block, gain 4 counter. Defensive combo, increase these effects by 3 this combat. I'm gonna take that and hope it gets upgraded with the warp. Oh, well, I mean, at least it was just things that will stay in the deck that I ended up upgrading instead. Yeah, I mean, I can Battle Plan at least. Discard anything defensive. Pile Driver. Riposte and Strike. There you go. It's about as well as we can do this fight. Even got to Skillful Dodge at the end of it. Ooh. Gut Punch. There it is. 1 energy, deal 8 damage. Any stance combo. Enter ultimate stance for 1 turn. Exhaust. Yeah, I really want that, because then every finisher I play for the rest of that turn is both a finisher that gives me a strength and a block. But also, it re-enters ultimate stance. So it then gives us, if we have improvising out at least, what is it? 6 vigor and 9 counter? There's also murder strike. Oh! It's Alexa being murdered! Murder strike. 2 energy retain, deals 6 damage whenever you use a skill. This deals 2 more damage this combat. I mean, I'm gonna take the gut punch. I'm so well positioned to really abuse the hell out of this gut punch. It's unfortunate there are things here that I won't be able to take, like arena preparation, gain 2 random skills. They gain retain. Upgrades to become 0 cost. Bob and weave is also really good. In my mind, at least. 4 energy. 1 energy to gain 4 block, 4 vigor, and enter berserker. Double style, skill bonuses grant 1 more vigor encounter, upgrades to be 2 more vigor encounters, so actually pretty significant. Unfortunately, here it's gotta be pain removal, and oh yeah, I do have enough to take a bob and weave, so I will. Pile driver, get him weak. Bob and weave, and then a berserker's shout as well. Yeah. Circumvent is back. There's also Enraged Bash, 1 energy to deal 7 damage. With the berserker combo, it hits an additional time this combat. And Rope-a-Dope, 2 energy to gain 8 block. Next turn, gain an energy and draw 2 cards. Yes, please. I don't want to gut punch on this first turn. I really want to do it after I have inspiration on the board. Okay, defensive shout into execute, then bob and weave. Although the deck is going to be so diluted by the time I get back to gut punch that I'm unlikely to be able to do anything with it. Maybe I should have thought of that. Let's get improvising out on the board and then the chain lash so that I can start. Plans through those, then skillful dodge. Then we'll enter berserk mode. Great. Causing our strikes to do enough damage to take an enemy out. And then with our 29 counter, we'll be able to finish an enemy off again. 1, 2, rope-a-dope so that I can gain some energy and draw some cards next turn as well. It's gotta be Chain Lash. It's gotta be. Strike Dummy. Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. This character does have a strike sub-theme. Fancy Footwork. Enter a stance you aren't in. The next finish of this turn deals 10 damage to all enemies. AoE is a little difficult for this character, so I do really like Fancy Footwork. Upgrades do 5 more damage in AoE. Good Clean Fight. Berserker combo gives you 2 strength. Defensive combo gives you 2 dex. Both of them. 1 energy for 4 stat points. And double style. Damn, I want double style as well. Double style's a bit tough because with 2 energy and being like a second thing that wants to be played on top of improvising, only in boss fights is it really likely to be relevant, whereas this will be relevant in every fight. I like the upgrade to Rope-a-Dope for the additional energy and block. If Gut Punch removed its exhaust, I would take it every time, but Ultimate Stance too strong to let that happen. Ooh, okay. Improvising, Berserker's Shout. Then, do I use Inspiration to get into Skillful Dodge? Is that the plan? No, it's really gotta be Pile Driver. It's 2 vulnerability and 2 weakness. Never mind, the enemy didn't even attack next turn, and it's got buffer, so it's not gonna matter. Defensive shouts. Defense. Defense. Starts. Keeping strength. It's all good, I don't want to play Gut Punch until the next cycle anyway. Let's see what this battle plan has. Ooh. Cute, and then bob and weave, so I'll be taking 10 damage this turn. Ooh. I think I can do this. Chain Lash, Gut Punch. Oh no. Because of the energy I'm missing from Void. No, I don't have it. I don't have it. I can't rope a dope. I was supposed to rope the dope. Oh boy. I really hope that doesn't cause me to lose. I thought it was a dazed. Although this one does generate void, so I really should have known. Okay, we'll enter Berserkers first. Alright, that didn't work. Let's enter defensive. Alright, then bob and weave. Unfortunately, all of this is still saying that I will die. Unless I just kill you with Hexaburn. Thank you, Vigor and Hexaburn, beating the enemy 6 times there. Triple strike. Yeah, this is interesting because if I upgrade them, they're all 9 damage, but they're also 12 damage because they get affected by the strike dummy. Oh, so does Clobber Strike. Deal 6 damage, gain block equal to the unblocked damage delta, upgrades to 9. Actually, I think I'll take that. Last stand, once you get below 50% HP, remove all debuffs, gain 3 strength. I'm going to take Clobber Strike because it also gives me a way to up my defense a little, which that's lacking in this deck. Slaver's Collar versus Atrolux. I really do want the Slaver's Collar. I want to be able to use an additional energy in elite fights. A lot of our cards are low cost. I wonder if I could get away with astrolabing my 3 strikes. I guess they're also overperforming at the moment because they are 9 damage rather than the 6 that there's currently printed on them. But like those would be the cards that I would. And then if they become finishers or stance entries, it's incredible for us. Yeah. Ooh, we got 2 rares out of that. Cheap Shot. Deal 5 damage if the enemy is a boss. Deal damage 2 more times. If not, stun them. And Devastate. 5 energy, deals 9 damage 3 times. Costs 1 less for each finisher played this combat. And then there's a finish that we also got. Crooked Strike. Deal 9 damage, does not consume finisher, does not consume vigor finisher. Yeah, those are all sick. Those are all great pickups for us. Can't say there's an especially good multiple elite path here, unfortunately. Bob and weave our way into a moment of truth. I'll inspire. Okay, yeah. I can use Pile Driver because we got the defensive stance. Cheap Shot every day. You get stunned this turn, and you've also taken a huge amount of damage. Well. Oh, God. Yeah, look, at least I get the full defend. That's all I need. It doesn't need to be a better turn than that. Chain leash, gut punch, and then use a finisher. Oh, I wanted to do so many more things that turn. Cultist's Delight. Whenever you play a power card, this combat gain a strength. Add a random power card to your hand that costs 0 for the rest of the combat. Oh, I do like Taunt, because the upgrade is 1 weak and vulnerable to all enemies. Beautiful. Improvising. Yeah, actually it's way better for me to use my free stance entry so that I can rope a dope for the next turn. 2 additional cards, 2 additional energy, because I really got to make sure you aren't all sitting pretty next turn, otherwise the incoming damage is 39. So we did play improvising on the first turn. Great. It's great. Drop a defend, and then moment of truth, and then enter another form again. Mm-hmm. 10 damage 2 times, and then I have to deal 5 damage to someone. The Clobber Strike. I almost take 0 damage from that turn. Worked out pretty well. Sadly, we have no finisher this turn. Oh, no. The Reverse Strike is 1 damage away from saving his 8 health. 8 health is too much, especially with a full bar, so... There you go, buddy. Even just entering the ultimate stance, even if I don't do anything in it, it's really good. Oh, Lariat. And it's upgraded. X cost, gain 7 block X times and trigger your stance bonus X times. Hell yeah. I'll take a question mark here. I like him. I like him. I'm not claiming question marks are good, by the way. I do think the math has changed in the Downfall X-Pack versus the base game, where a lot of, as I understand it, high-level play avoids question marks like the plague. 50% chance for a curse? That's basically 0. Never mind. We got the curse. We've got a more bank. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 souls. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. Swap with Inspire? Make you weak? Yeah, I have to, because I make you weak, and I also exit the stance, and that's enough to get me a decent-ish amount of defense. I still take 8 damage, but it could be worse. I could have taken 18. Oof. Another tough situation where we've got a Laria that is not seeing us in a form. Oh no. Yeah, this is about as bad as it gets. I'm gonna have to fish for something from Cultist Delight to try and help me out here. How many stance entries exist on Powers? No. I reckon the answer is quite small. Once you get below 50% HP, remove all T-bolts and gain 6 strength. Look, it'll be irrelevant. Very soon. That's a really unfortunate hand. Especially because I know the rest of the deck is enter stance, enter stance, enter stance, enter stance. So, you know. having drawn, I believe, 0 stance entry cards. Oh, no, 1. In the first 16 cards. Yeah, it's not really that, likely. See what happens when I can actually change stances. Murder Strike versus Double Style. I like Double Style, but give me the ability to just blow up an enemy, please, with the Murder Strike. I'm gonna very quickly expend this Moorbank. I do not care about it. Removing a ride so that I have another card in my opening hand consistently matters so infinitely much more to me. I mean, it's better to do it now than not, I guess. It's not like I'm gonna draw back to the... Excuse me? If I stun you... You do the same attack again. Okay. That sucks a lot. That hurt. Oh boy. Thankfully I'm gonna heal 15 HP when I enter the shop. Because otherwise, whoa. It's on. Chain Lash. Berserker's Shout. Moment of Truth. That's another finisher. So the Berserker, so Devastate is now 156 damage. Okay. Oh my god, another Chain Lash and it's pre-upgraded. Yes, please. Ooh, Hold Firm. 2 energy to gain 10 block, 10 counter, and 1 blur. There is also backstab gain, 6 block increased by vigor. It doesn't spend your vigor, does it? Because if that doesn't spend your vigor, I do think backstab's probably a bit better than Hold Firm for us. Hold Firm does not give you another turn of blur. It'll still be really useful. So, actually, after this, we've got Elite. Okay, yeah, I should rest for HP here. I can't go like empowered slavers and then something else. Start each combat with an additional energy, please. That's the empowered slavers. Oh boy, that's about as bad as it gets. Let's see how this goes. That's actually super useful, yeah. So first turn, I'm going to defensive shout to enter. Defensive. Then I will pile drive the enemy backline. Thanks to my additional energy from Lantern, I can also stun the enemy front and then clobber strike the enemy back on top of the vulnerability, fully defending us. Being fully defended on almost any turn in this fight is something I was counting on not happening. Ooh! Annoying. I will gut punch this turn, but again, I have no exits in hand, and I, of course, don't have improvising out. God, I want just a second gut punch in this deck. It would fix so many problems. Well. There we go. Have to take out the enemy backline, and then we'll weaken the enemy front. They will be here for a couple more turns at the least. Yeah. Save myself 4 damage this turn, hopefully more on the next turn. Oh, wow, Rumbas was about to hit him anyway. I'm gonna hold on to the inspiration as long as I can, so that if I desperately need to be in a stance, I can just do it. Swap stance, keep it increasing, and then next turn the counter will just kill. Tricky's Bolster Rod. The first time you play Power Card each combat, gain 4 block and 1 strength. Pretty happy about that. Damn it. Improvising is against the ultimate stance. During your next turn, you're an ultimate stance. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but I need that. Berserker's Shout Lariat? Give him a moment of truth. We're gonna get into the ultimate start soon. Lava Strike you, Cheap Shot you, and then Defensive Shout. Great. Next turn, hopefully I draw Improvising and a bunch of finishes. I got a finisher. So that's nice. So here, I'll gain 10 block. I'll also get the next turn bonus, and then also a strength, and and 6 block, and then I'm gonna re-enter the ultimate stance, which unfortunately is not gonna give us a bonus because I don't have improvising out on the field yet. No. Yeah, make sure Gut Punch is available in that next turn. It'll be relevant. I don't want to waste any of this damage, so I'll split it out. Okay. Yeah, we're fine with this turn, though. Wait, no, I don't have a finisher. Enter stance. Then I will Chain Lash you twice and enter the stance. My god. Yeah, casual 138 damage riposte strike here. And, of course, the Clopper Strike to finish him. Upgraded Taunt? There's also Headbutt, deal 12 damage, put a card from your discard pile on top of the draw. And Challenge. 2 energy, gain 8 block, deal 8 damage. If the enemy has strength, repeat these once. I do feel like a lot of the bosses gain strength. Especially in Downfall. So I wonder if maybe Challenge is just a good idea, because there's a lot of... It's a lot of points. I'll take the question mark over the Over the shop then. Go for max HP at the cost of current. Well, thank heck. This has got to be like chain lash, defend, pile driver. As much as I want the ultimate stance to come out, I'd also like to not go into the next elite fight up against like a book of stabbing that's really aggressive and just immediately fall apart at its feet. Just be nice not to do that, frankly. Okay, that's a finisher and that's gut punch. That's pretty good. Also, I've ended this turn in a stance. I will have a stance to get into the gut punch next turn. Come on. It could have been worse. Improvising into gut punch. Then I crooked strike. Doesn't consume vigor, but gives me a lot of bonuses. And then I riposte strike to finish the Centurion. Devastate's not enough damage yet somehow. I love that as soon as improvising is out, swapping stances is ridiculous for us. Moment of truth. Oh god, these are the turns I love. Enter a stance. Exit a stance. Enter a stance. Use the stance. Play another thing. Why not? Perfect strike. I'll wait for the perfect strike, please. 2 energy to deal 8 damage and deals 3 more damage for all of your strike cards. There's also an On Guard. 1 energy to gain 10 block. If your block is broken this turn, gain 10 block next turn. And another Bob and Weave. I think this is now maybe a little bit too low numbers to start drafting again. Skip those and move on. Ultimate stance being 0 cost is so important. We'll enter defensive here. The enemy's not going to have strength. Yeah, so ultimate stance. Do I want to execute here? I could just Larry. It's probably better off the other way, frankly. Alright. It's Chain Lash. Rope a dope. Unfortunately, without improvising in hand, this is still... You know, it's not awful, but... not ridiculous either. Defensive Shout gives us a easy, skillful dodge. Hold firm here as well. Do I want to swap back? Yeah. Even if only for the 2 vigor it'll give me. Perfect. I really like Cheap Shot here, which gives me the ability to also play a improvising out. All right, here we go. Inspiration enters the stance for us, and then Moment of Truth exits the stance and draws us the cards. 3 more damage this combat. Yikes. Well, we're going to be taking a little bit of a hit here. Thankfully, with that Murder Strike in hand, we'll be... I'll use the Devastate to finish it, but thankfully we knew that fight was going to be ending there. Normal enemy encounters are no longer in question mark rooms. Neat. Entropic Brew. Oh, all out. I love this card. 1 NG. Exhaust. Perform 2 times without exiting your stance. Finisher. Yep. I'll break the emerald early because stance entries are... How many stance entries do I have and how many exits do I have? So I got finisher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 finishes in a deck of 29 cards. How many entries do I have? I have the one that's generated by my crown. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they are balanced at the moment. But I do want the deck to be more dense with them. Take a bring it on as a finisher here, because that'll also be really good at covering some of our weakness, which is defense, typically. I want the ultimate stance upgraded, especially because I didn't take energy last time. Being able to actually play that after a good turn, in anticipation of a good turn as well, it'll be so useful. Robodope is a great draw after this, but I'm about to be dazed. Wait, did I just... Hang on. Yeah, I'm not like going big mode next turn, am I? For any reason? Because otherwise this is way... Oh no, I have improvising out. That's the thing I'm thinking about. I'm gonna scry the moment of truth. Right. Yeah, I'm actually stunning you, so I totally could have just played it. Alas. Beautiful. Finisher for a bunch of bonuses, and then we re-enter the same stance, and then challenge, and now I'm reasonably well defended as well. Let's also use All Out to trigger Finisher a couple of times. Devastate the enemy, and then Lariat for just a couple more. And then I will also, because we've only got 4 Vigor at the moment, but if I enter a stance I'm not in, it will enter that stance, give me the bonuses from that stance, I believe, and then move back to the Gladiator stance because I can't exit Gladiator, so ultimate. The ultimate stance. Yeah, we got a lot out of that. Get him. Oh, upgraded All Out. Up against Masterful Slash. 2 energy to deal 9 damage at the start of your turn, gain Vigor equal to the unblocked damage dealt. Pretty good if we give that a lot of Vigor itself, but I'll take the All Out. Big fan of that All Out. Hold Firm, getting 3 more block and 3 more counter doesn't seem that impactful. I do think Skillful Dodge is probably far past its useful point here as well. Oh, we'll upgrade the Taunt by base so that I'm giving AoE, especially next floor. This is incredible. I'd love not to hit the enemy on this turn. Giving them Desperado to cast on the first turn's awful. But now I just have a Murder Strike that I get to hold in hand and power up while playing Improvise. That worked perfectly. Defensive Shout. We'll ultimate stance, defend, and Moment of Truth. I don't want the enemy to play that Desperado if we can avoid it. And I do think we are in the point where I'm going to have to start using potions. So I'm going to Entropic Refill. We are now in the ultimate form. Enemy has no strength yet, so the challenge doesn't really challenge. 94 damage with this riposte strike. I really do need to keep the inspiration so that I can suddenly enter a stance with Gut Punch. Oh, that short fuse is annoying as well. Gotta make sure that I get another attack out. Start with Chain Lash here. Bob and Weave. And then all out a bunch for a bunch of strength. All out a bunch. Bring it on, and I'm thinking cheap shot. It hits 3 times for a bunch of damage. This is fine. I'll also use my strike. The enemy's Desperado doesn't even do that much damage to us. Yeah, it just gets 1. And then you're going down, buddy. Get him with a Murder Strike. Also, we get to leave the Pocket Sentry on 2, something I'm not really optimizing around, but if I ever happen to optimize around it, I'm pretty happy about it. Muddled, 2 highest cost cards in your hand, 2 additional energy. Honestly, those are probably more impactful than the colorless potion for me right now. Oh, yeah. Shield Throw. Deal damage equal to your block twice. If you're not in defensive, then you can't gain block from cards next turn. There's Last Stand again, and then Dancing Master. 1 energy. The first time... Well, 1 energy after upgraded. 2 energy by base. The first time you use a finisher each turn, gain an energy and draw a card. Yes. Especially because I didn't take energy buff. Or... I think I take the Broken Crown. I've got the Champion's Crown. A Tale of 2 Crowns? Yes, Neko Eyes draw would be really good for us, but if it randomizes up the costs of our zeros, it can really stop us from playing cards. I'm not good at generating energy in the middle of a turn, which would really help me mitigate that. I do have some pretty high cost cards in here, though. No. Buster Crown. Yeah. I'm very happy that I got an energy relic there that I could really afford to take. This might be my thinnest deck in this new season. No, I'm gonna take the far less risky left-hand side here. All right, Dancing Queen. Let's enter a form, then I will play a finisher, and that'll give me an energy on a card, but it will not exit my stance, and then I can even lariat to get a bunch more vigor. Ooh. Don't need challenge in this fight. We got enough vigor, thankfully, that I'm just going to be, like, deleting someone, so 62 damage. And it's just a little short on taking out aggressive there. That's okay. If I played Defend, Berserker's Shout on re-entry there, we get enough to be able to finish it off. I don't have a stance entry this turn, unfortunately, so finisher is going to be pretty underwhelming. One of the key problems here is I basically have to use 3 attacks to take these enemies out. I'm not really doing... I think they call it AOE. I don't know what it has to do with Age of Empires, but I'm not really doing any of it. All out, then Rope-a-Dope, and with all of that, we've managed to make the Devastate, rather, 0 cost. One of these boss strikes is lethal. Ooh. A pre-upgraded Iron Fortress, giving us 5 block at the end of each turn as well as 2 decks. I'd play it. Yeah. But, yeah. If I drew that, I dare say I'd play it. Okay, we'll stun you this turn, knowing that next turn you'll go back to not doing anything rather than attacking. Ooh! Oh no, I don't have Improvise out. It'll be fine. Gut Punch. All out. Bring it on. Bob and weave. Improvising Hold Firm and Lariat. Get us full defense. And set up for it to be much more likely that we combo out of control. Devastate's 90 damage by itself at the moment. And then Clobber Strike finishes off the enemy. Refreshment! Yes! And it's pre-upgraded. You know, the Champion's Crown is just ignoring the 2 options I would never take. Because it's giving me Refreshment here. 1 energy, Berserker combo, gain 3 energy, then exhaust this. Defensive combo, gain 4 cards. Draw 4 cards, rather. Obviously, in Ultimate Stance, this gives you 3 energy and draws 4 cards. One, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 more opportunities to hit barbells? Whenever you enter a rest side, if you have at least 10 upgradable cards in your deck, upgrade 1 at random. Yeah, I like that. I quite like that. I also really like Reckless Strike. Deals 6 damage, gain 1 strength, enter Berserker. It exhausts, but if you upgrade it, it no longer does. Then there's also Moment of Truth in there. And then I'll leave the rest of those. Save my money. Yeah, Dancing Master, enter a stance. It's defensive. Sure, I'll draw. All out then gives me an energy and draws a card, and I can decide to end this turn with the Metallicize trigger. Iron Fortress. I've only played it once here. I've forgot its name already. Let's Rope and Dope. Then Reckless Strike into Pile Driver. I could have stunned you for a turn, but given that I was already easily able to block everything, it wasn't really going to help me that much. Alright. It's time for the Moment of Truth. Ooh, good moment. Good moment of truth. Good truth. Oh, that's some great truth. Moment of some more truth. And kill him with the Chain Lash. Adrenal Armor. Gain 7 block and 2 temporary strength. Yeah, maybe if I saw you on the first floor, buddy, but it's a bit late for that. I can lose 11 max HP here in order to heal by a smooth -10. I mean, I better bob and weave if I want to deal with this. Hold Firm. I'll Chain Lash. I'm not going to Inspire to trigger the Pile Driver. Incoming's 23 this turn. It's not so bad. Especially if it's only 17. I'll drop Reckless Strike. so I can try and have, like, especially if Gut Punch is in that hand, that'll really help. Use All Out to gain 18 block, which is one of the things I love about it so much. In defensive mode, it's 18 block. Then Rope-a-Dope at the end of the turn, re-enter, and yeah, that's right, 25 damage to the enemy backline. It's fine. As long as I'm not taking damage this turn, I don't really need to do too much. Where's all my ultimate starts and Gut Punch? Yeah, okay, never mind. Dancing Master, Defensive Shout, All Out for our defense. Execute takes out the enemy front line. Clobber Strike and Riposte puts us just short still. That's fine, I'll finish you with a kick. And hopefully I can just use the Murder Strike to finish off. Ooh, perfect. Inspiration, Gut Punch. Refreshment! Woo, it's ridiculous. Oh my god. And then I exit the stance and no I didn't, I'm still in the stance. That's so good. Oh my god. I literally, in the fight, there was a moment where I thought, oh, I should mention that I want to see more cards that give me ultimate stance. But immediately said to myself in my head, no, I got the Busted Crown. Don't set yourself up for failure, Raps. Immediately it gave me another Gut Punch. Which, by the way, it gave me, you know, an unupgraded version of Gut Punch. That doesn't really matter to me. 4 more damage? This is just a 1 energy turn into ultimate stance this turn. Upgrade Dancing Master. I really need to be able to make sure that I can play that every fight rather than just hope. I feel like I might dodge 2 shop. Dodge the final shop as well. I really do want to hit up the 2 rests. So frustrating, yeah. No, because I accepted things earlier, I'm gonna have to take this. Sapphire. I like Horncleat a lot. I really enjoy Horncleat. It does so much. Excuse me? Mm-hmm. Bob and weave. Yep. There we go. Just need enough damage to take a single out by itself, thank you. Ooh. I'm gonna draw first. Enter a stance I'm not in, and then end that stance. The backliner enemy is already dying this turn, so I don't really need to do anything about that. There you go. I don't have any exits in this hand, but I do have the Gut Punch. I say the Gut Punch. I gotta remember, there's multiple. God. Again, we can God Punch. And it will win the fight, but without improvising, I don't even want a God Punch. Endure, enter defensive, gain 6 block, increase my strength instead of dex. New. Ooh, Chain Lash, random upgrade. Great to see that. I'm gonna break the Sapphire. Take another Robe and Dobe and recall. Alright. Bob and Weave, Gut Punch, Moment of Truth. Dancing Master, Rope a Dope. I guess Dancing Master must have counted that I'd played a finisher before, so it didn't count Rope-a-Dope as the first finisher I played this turn, despite the fact that it was the first finisher I played after playing Dancing Master. I know Dancing Master says the first time you use a finisher each turn, gain energy and draw a card. But there is a part of me that assumes that if that's not in play at the start of the turn, it only sees the scope from when it is in play, which I guess is not a fair assumption. Oh yeah, Refreshment really amps up the value of this hand. I mean, we've got a Rope-a-Dope. So Blur. Hold that over until next turn. I was about to say, I've still got a Gut Punch in this deck somewhere. I immediately drew it. I don't think stunning you for a turn matters at all. Oh yeah. Some fancy footwork, and then Moment of Truth, draw some cards. Oh no, the enemy doesn't have any strength. So the challenge isn't going to do anything to him. Thankfully, it's not like that was the thing I was relying on in any way, shape, and or form. Beautiful. Improvising literally the bottom card of this deck, but still, as soon as I draw it, absolutely ridiculous card. Ooh, upgraded Tornado Punch. 2 energy deals 14 damage to all enemies. If you're in defensive, gain 9 block for each enemy hit. I don't have almost any cards in the deck that deal AoE damage, so I'm going to take that one, just in case. And then I'll take a question mark here so that I can take the last... Ooh. Yeah, I'll give you the Juzu Bracelet for 3 random potions. There's no more question marks in this run. I don't want to give you the Lantern. Lantern's too good. Distilled Chaos is going to be better than Spikes. Other than that, I'll leave it as is. I mean, Breaking the Ruby is a rare card. I'll do it. It's another copy of Improvising. Oh my god, and I can't upgrade it here. No. I'll hit the other Moment of Truth. I can't upgrade it because it was just added to the deck, so it couldn't be seen. But I can upgrade it in 3 spaces time, 2 spaces now. Improvising Chain Lash will Berserker's Shout, Hold Firm, Rope-a-Dope. Beautiful, beautiful. Tone them all. Oh, they're improvising. And then a chain lash that kills an enemy as well as gets us set up? Damn. Yeah, I'll totally do it. Gut punch. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. All out. Inspiration. Great. I'm a tornado punch both of you for 69 damage, as well as a defensive combo gaining block per enemy hit. I do not need an upgraded rapid strikes. Oh no, I should have kept my Juzu bracelet. It's chain lash, defend, clobber, hold firm. Blurring some defense for the next turn, super useful here. Incoming damage 31. Hopefully this is defensive stance, and it is. So tornado punch is very good. Okay, Moment of Truth gave me the ability to also develop improvising that turn, so that's worth it. Yeah. This is about as bad as it gets. Incoming damage 36. I can defend against 28 easily. Given how close we are to the end of the floor, I don't think I need the energy potion to solve this turn. Oh. Oh, these are not the order of cards I wanted to draw. I'll play Devastate for its full... Well, not full value. It's usually 5 cost. Thank heck Challenge is here to help us out. Improvise. Challenge while fighting the enemy's backline. And bring it on at the end of the turn. Yes, the hand already contains Doom. Firepot. Wind up. Choose a stance to enter and fetch a finisher from your draw pile. Yes, please. Rope-a-dope gets randomly upgraded, and intentionally we upgrade improvising. Fleeting Faith. Gains a mantra whenever I play a card. Right. Gotta make sure that you do not get too much mantra. Bob and weave. All out for a bunch of strengths. I'll Crooked Strike, leaving us with that Vigor, and then Cheap Shot. Will hit you 3 times with that Vigor and damage. Removes all the enemy's plated armor. But they're about to gain 8 more. Oh, hell yeah. They've also got 1 strength. Get challenged. If I can draw out any finisher from this pile, which one do I take? Honestly? Probably the one that I want to draw the least. Because I'm already heavily incentivized this turn to use either Pile Driver or Rope-a-Dope to finish off. I'm going to use Rope-a-Dope so that I can try and set up for a really big Guardian turn. That's not good. God, I don't even have either of the improvisers out. Where? All's well, but unfortunately the enemy now has 2 devotions, so they're going to get 2 mantra at the start of each turn, regardless. Oh, you've got empty starts this turn. Okay, so I can give you divinity this turn, as long as I can defend against 45 incoming damage. Oh. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh, it would have been so good. Thankfully, this is a really good turn for us as well. Dancing, improvising, and all out. There's 2 gut punches in the next hand. What? Can't put you in divine. I might just have to play no cards. Oh, okay, no, you're emptying fist this turn as well. Okay, so it's improvising, inspiration, gut punch you, then moment of truth, draws the final 2 cards in the deck. Oh, but it was also our first finisher of the turn, so it drew another card. Then refreshment for 3 energy and draw 4 cards. Taunts. Devastate's 150 damage at the moment. Not bad. Laureate probably wants to be played this turn as well. Alright, I'm gonna Chain Lash, then Laureate, and then Devastate for 180. Throw in a Riposte Strike as well. Enemy does get to be in this mode. They were devoted for a little moment there. Oh, right, the Riposte Strike is 89 damage, so we should kill you. Improvising's good. A really good card if you have it early enough to plan your entire deck around it. Oh, never mind, we're up on a 41 card deck. There's not... I can't stop taking cards. What's wrong with me? I think Monster Train has changed me. It's gotta be inspiration, right? Got punch this early? Yeah. I like it. I even got the rope-a-dope at the end. I'm far less excited by gut punching now. Because at least previously, there were endless horizons. Like, I knew I had another gut punch in the deck that I could use theoretically at a much better time. Now? Under no such illusion. Oh. This is awful. Play the top 3 cards in my draw pile, please. Oh, good stun. Oh, good form. Worked out really well. Iron Fortress. Freshman for additional energy. I'll go all out for strength. I'll pile drive you into the ground to save my HP. Well, I mean, you gotta improvise if you're gonna get into some fancy footwork. Actually, I'll use Berserker Shout first, so that the fancy footwork guarantees that I'm in defensive mode, so that then I can use all out to gain defense and bring it on to continue defense. We also got Art of War triggered there, so an additional energy next turn, depending on the draw, can be super useful. This is not a draw where that is super useful. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe. I'll probably end up drawing out Rope-a-Dope. Yeah, the enemy's not even attacking this turn, so going for the combo on Tornado Punch doesn't make sense. All right. Time for the mode. And with a bunch of additional energy as well. Battle plan. I mean, I'm keeping that. One Chain Lash. Then may as well challenge. Lariat to finish out the turn. Defect's still got those 2 buffers on him. 175 damage I'm ready to do. I could kill you in a single hit if you didn't have those buffers. Don't you know having buffers is cheating? There you go. Some doom impends, so they now don't have them anymore. We can play this game fair and square. I gotta have a turn where I'm not weakened in this. Murder, strike, and murder, right? Chain Lash. Defensive Shout into Rope-a-Dope, into Berserkers. Moment of Truth. Fancy footwork. Gut punch? No, I'm just gonna finish him with a Murder Strike. Akabeko! Start each combat with 8 vigor. Also says your first attack each combat deals 8 additional damage, but that's the vigor mechanic, so decent with that. Circumvent, gain 9 block, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Honestly, discarding cards is not that bad right now. There's a stance entry available, or chrono boost for 2 strength for every 12 cards I play. I play a decent amount of cards, and we're about to go into the longest fight we have left, so sure, I'll take that. I'll even upgrade it. Here in our final fight, we have Dex Pod immediately, please. Damn it. I really don't want to use that inspiration. At least it's upgraded, so it will come back. Wait, hang on. If I am going to be doing that, we should also just play Skillful Dodge. Because I'm not going to play any of the attacks here. I'm going to take my additional energy next turn. Pretty bad. Clobber Strike will be able to defend me for a small amount. 22. Ow! Model my cards, thank you. I'm gonna bob and weave. Moment of truth. Wind up into defensive and then pull out an all out. I'll use all out. Great, and fully defend against 33 that turn, and I've got ultimate starts this turn with barely any cards in hand. Oof. Oh, it's not how you want to see it. At the end of your turn, take 6 damage. Is that going to be after my metallicize? It is! It's also an ethereal card, so leave it in hand to burn it out. Defensive shout into Gut Punch. All out. Bring it on. And then Laureate to end the turn. We do have to take a Scatterbrain in the deck, but we managed to full defend this attack, and we're getting much more powerful this entire time. With the additional improvisers especially. Sadly, I can't be in a stance this turn. Oh no. Circumvent. Use Moment of Truth and then wind up. It's vulnerability second. Wind up to get back into defensive. Aid incoming. vulnerability and then it applies weak. Hack that into defensive. This should be the last tough turn I really have to deal with. How to do so much better this turn than last turn. This turn, the next turn, rather. Pretty worried that we're in another cycle. Footwork, let's go dodge, and then rope of dope at the end. Yeah, 10 HP remaining. 69 damage coming in. Oh my god. Make him weak and vulnerable. Clobber strike. Defends us fully. Oh boy, yeah, I have exactly 2 turns to live lethal to you, otherwise I am dead. I'm dead. I'm gonna die. Give me the additional energy and card draw, please. Alright. 1 turn to deal 200 damage here. Actually 60 incoming. I might be able to survive that. We'll circumvent through the 2 scatterbrains here. Nope. I'm not going to be surviving that. I have no additional damage in hand, and our defense is not gonna do it. Damn. I'm certain this deck can do it. I'm gonna play one more time. I'm certain this deck can do that. And we lost last match, and I'm still salty about that. So, I'm gonna leave the inspiration in hand, because what I did last time is I rope-a-dope on the very first turn, and I don't think getting rid of that inspiration helped me more than it hurt me. Mm-hmm. Damage turn 1, not awful. This one's a bit tougher. Rising and Iron Fortress. Then I guess just a bob and weave, fancy footwork, ultimate stance and strike. That strike doesn't matter. It's 27 damage, but it's 1 energy next turn. I'm gonna keep it for the energy. largely because of the additional card draw we get this turn, will Crooked Strike, wind up into Moment of Truth for draw, use that, all out. I wouldn't be surprised if we got far less progress in this fight than we did in the last one. Sick muddling. Muddled until end of turn, right? Yeah, I'll throw 83. Perfect. I've got a stance entry here, and I've got Gut Punch, and I've got Refreshment, so we can actually... ball pretty hard out of control. Okay. With that amount of vigor, it'll be worth our while to... Actually, hang on, I'll also play a Simple Defend. Worth our while to cheap shot first, because it's multi-hit. Oh no, I could have done so much more damage that turn with Rope of Dope first. Defensive shout into circumvent. Skillful dodge. I'll wind up into defensive and gain a Moment of Truth. Use the Moment of Truth. Then bob and weave. Back into aggression. I'll devastate after that and then execute. That'll plan our way back. Challenge will be really useful next turn. Drop the other two. And hold firm to be able to hold some counter for the next turn as well. Yeah, so as it turns out, literally just not playing the first turn super aggressively works so, like, night and day better. Get him. I mean, Gut Punch and Cheap Shot feel really instrumental to this run, but so does improvising as well. I mean, this entire thing was built around improvisation. And also All Out, which looks like it's the same sigil as in the middle of improvising. I mean, admittedly, we roped a couple dopes there as well. But this is definitely most improvisational. GG. Well, G-ish, because I had to fully restart that last fight to get the end screen. Eh? Error? What do you mean error? What do you mean error? Excuse me? Did you delete the character? What's happened? Oh, I think it was telling me that I'd... I think it was telling me that I'd unlocked the additional skins, perhaps. Anyhow, all that said, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Downfall. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and the short future that there is left until STS2 is out. YouTube's recommendation is down below. A special thanks this episode to Corbo. Hopefully you'll all be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.